It's about to be one of these. So, oh yeah, I'm ready, boy. I'm ready. Let's go ahead and get this thing cracking. I got to start this off a little different today. Start this off a little different today. What up, Tanisha? Yeah. Yeah, what up, good people? Welcome to another episode. You know what? I almost did the old. Welcome to the all new, the tragically reckless podcast. Man, we in these streets, man. It's been a long time coming. The strategically reckless podcast is in these streets. Let's go. Listen. Man, I'm super excited about today. This rebrand has been a long time coming. And man, you have no idea, man. There's been a lot of work that went into this. But I'm glad that y'all here with me. I'm glad that y'all rocking with me. And we ready to rock and roll on this new venture. We want to thank everybody for listening on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Podcasts, or wherever it is that you get your podcast, man. We greatly appreciate it. We also appreciate those that's watching on Instagram and Facebook Live. What up, Miss Woods? I need to go ahead and turn that down because that's real unprofessional. Yeah. But we out here in these streets. We rock and roll, yo. This is what I'm talking about. On today's show, we're going to talk about since last week. I got some stuff to tell you. We also going to talk about how this kids can't describe nothing these days. And then we got to talk about this runoff. And I got some more career stories for you. You know what I'm saying? I'm so excited. I'm so excited, man. And for those that didn't get a chance to hear, or if you heard it in the beginning, that was my cousin Dusty. He passed on this day 12 years ago. And I tell you, this was one of the most talented people that I ever met, from acting and singing and everything like that. Like I really wish that I would be able to interview him right now, because when I tell you that, it would make for a super, super dope interview. And he is that entertaining. And before I go on, I got a couple stories. There was a time when we used to have a cousins trip. And this cousin trip, this one was in Little Rock. And we went to a David's Bridal, and he had this thing where he enjoyed pulling pranks. We went to David's Bridal. You're gonna be the camera. We're gonna do a bride swap, a spouse swap, in which the guy is dressed like the bride and the girl is dressed like the groom. And so we were in there, and this man was in there trying on dresses. And my cousin, one of my other cousins, was supposed to be the producer. This was supposed to be a MTV show in which we were scouting locations to shoot this show. And when I tell you, the lady was willing to come in. He had this lady believing that this was a real show, to come in on her day off so that she could be a part of this situation. Man, listen, I'm talking. We got pictures of him in the dress. I'm not gonna post it or anything like that. But if there are pictures of him trying on this dress, man, it was good times. He also had this thing where he made everybody believe that, hey, I'm your friend. You can trust me and you can believe in me. I'm your friend. I'm dope. I'm cool. And he just had that gift. He had that gift to bring you in. And at Dave & Buster's, he was getting people to let him swipe their card. Like, he didn't use no money. He was like, you know how like the girls in the club, they go to the club with no money and end up leaving drunk? Or with a good little buzz, like he was playing people's cards, and they was just letting them, because they was just like, hey. He would walk up to them while they were on a game, and he'd be like, hey, let me see how this game works, man. This is really cool. And then he was one playing, and we'd be sitting there trying to figure out, like, this dude is. How are you doing this? Why are people allowing you to play with their money? Like, you just like, hey, go ahead. What's up, Pops? Go ahead and swipe your card again, so I can get a better chance to be better than if you swipe your card again. And they swiped it. They would be with it. And of course, we'd be like, how? Like, why are y'all doing this? Like, why are y'all letting him get away with this? Because the average person, if they walked up to me in a Dave & Buster's situation, we ain't gonna be able to do that one. I have to hit him with the most emphatic, not gonna be able to do it. Like, we not, what? And yeah, he would get them to do it. Like, they were with it. They were with it every time, man. It was so amazing, the level of talent that he had, and then the stuff that, people would just kind of allow him to do, and they would just be with it. But man, I miss him so much, man. I just, like I said, I really, really wish that he was still here, because he has some talents that just that magnetic quality. Man, call when I was over in South Korea, and I made that trip back, and so man, oh man. All right. So I had to get that sentimental stuff on out the way. Now it's time for the recklessness. And this past week I had one of the worst driving days that did not include an accident. That's me. What's happening? I almost hit a deer when I came back from dropping off the boy at the camp at a little Thanksgiving week camp. And the thing that pissed me off is that I know that the deer saw me, and it waited. Sunshine was good. It waited until I got up on it. Now, I don't know slow sun, but I'm looking at it. It's looking at me. I'm knowing that, hey, you see me. If I hit you, I'm gonna win. So go. And sure enough, I had to slam on my brakes and everything. It was almost a wrap. It was almost a wrap. I don't eat venison like that, but if anybody did, it was some over there on I don't even remember the name of the street that I was on, but it would have been something over there. Fresh. Super fresh. Listen, it was another day. They always tell you, if you see one, it's always going to be a second one. The other one was the one that made the bet. That made the deer bet. I bet you can't make it if you wait till the last minute. That one stood over there and waited till I passed. Lord, it was good. That one waited till I passed. And I'm talking about it made my heart beat some, because I'm like, listen, this, anytime you got to slam on your brakes, you get that little feeling in your, shit, It's almost the same feeling like, if you're dozing off on a road, when you wake up, you get that, like that right there. But it's bad enough to get it one time in a day. I got it twice. I went to go practice, and on my way, I'm leaving the parking lot. I'm getting ready to make a right. So naturally, when you getting ready to pull out, you check, boom, and nothing coming from. I don't really have to check real hard because nothing should be coming right, because I can right. So I check the left, nothing's coming. I'm getting ready to roll out the parking lot. And next thing you know, a little girl on a bike pops up in front of me. Yo, it was almost that little girl. It was almost that little girl's last birthday. And then bad because I almost got her good. Like she was lucky that I didn't fully commit to the acceleration, because it wasn't any cars coming, so I ain't have to just get out there. But I instantly got mad because she was out of school. This was during the time when they should normally be in school. This was on Monday. And when I was younger, all 80s babies were in school Monday, Tuesday. And then you got out Wednesday and the rest of the week. These new kids, they got out of school the last Friday. They wasn't out Friday, but they was out Friday, then they had Saturday, Sunday all week, and then Saturday, Sunday again. That's too many days. That's way too many days to be out of school. And it made me, what's up, Michelle? Mish. It made me think about when I taught English. Progress facts. When I taught English over in South Korea, some of those South Korean kids, they were mad when they found out how many days that U.S. kids got out of school. Like, they felt like they were being cheated. And I'm like, listen, none of y'all being cheated. Y'all just take it seriously. Y'all take the school stuff. Listen, most of those kids went to two schools in one day. Like, they would go to public school from 7 to 2:30, and then from like 3:30 or 4 o'clock until about 8, they went to private school. Here, you either go to public school or you go to private school. These kids, you will see kids walking around just getting out of school at 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night. But when their breaks, they got 3 weeks in the summer, 3 weeks in the winter. They got a duck, which was like their Korean Thanksgiving, and then they got a few days, which is different from our New Year. That was like a total. That's a total of less than. They still have 300 days out the year. Listen, though they teach. Excuse me, they teachers must get paid hourly, because ain't no way. Ain't no way. Like they what? When I told them, I was like, yeah, the kids in the U.S. they get out 2.5 months in the summer. They get off a week for Thanksgiving. They get off 2 weeks for Christmas and New Year. They also get off a spring break. They get off. They get a fall break. They also get all of the national holidays. Then they also get a few teacher appreciation, teacher planning days thrown in there. And they was like, wait, so when do they go to school? Hey, look, if y'all went to the States, y'all would be bored. Y'all would feel like you never went to school. You would feel they would feel like they never ever went to school. Like it was amazing. It was amazing. Like, yeah, they had their own Korean Thanksgiving and stuff like that. But last week, I hope everybody had a good and safe Thanksgiving. I wasn't on social media that much, so I didn't get a chance to see a whole lot of undesirable plates and stuff like that. I didn't get a chance to see. Did I see any Black Friday fights? No. What I did, like by my house, there was some action going on somewhere near, because the police was driving past my house way too fast, and they had the sirens on, so you know it was real. Hey, y'all be safe out there, yo. Y'all be safe out there. What's the best dish you had? What's the best dish you had from your Thanksgiving? You have anything worth bragging about? Any dishes did you make something that you was super surprised about, and you was like, yeah, I did that. I did that. I didn't cook this year, but my wife made some turkey parts. That was amazing. It was amazing. I mean, I was here for the turkey parts. I was here for the turkey parts. Listen, hey, if my for everybody, because I don't like that. Sometimes it's going to be coming up. It comes up private sometimes, and I'm not sure why. But if it is, let me know, and I'll go ahead and share it to everybody. But one of the things that I realized over Thanksgiving was I situation. You say it loud, everybody, so what you talking about? The Jews. Look, we gotta get going. I wasn't gonna talk about this. I wasn't gonna talk about this, but I got to talk about this only because what happened today. Sometimes because 80% of the time I absolutely cannot stand the answer that I get, and so I try not to ask too many questions, but sometimes I have to know. More times than not, I have to know. So I go ahead and ask anyway, with a mental preparation that I'm probably gonna hear something I don't want to, that I'm gonna be pissed off about. And so the boy got in trouble last Friday before the break, and when I go to pick him up from school, I'm expecting him what happened because he was in the office when the call to the house. I wanted to see how honest he was going to be. And so when I picked him up, how was it? And he was like, good. Oh, all right. Yeah, I mean, yo, this ain't. I don't know. Like I told. Wait, I got in trouble today. They called. They, they, you mean you mean us? Like they to talk to me, but he still had his mask on. So I said, "Hey, go ahead and pull that mask off. Don't even go ahead and pull that mask off. You good, man? Like we outside now." Towards the car, and he's like, "He takes his mask off. We get in the car, and he's like, we were playing. I can't understand you. What you got in your mouth? I mean, I can smell, green. I don't know. I mean, let me ask you this. You know what? I'm not gonna ask you again. Spit it out. Spit it out. I got a napkin. What he spit out, I was not expecting. I brought that candy around, and I looked at heavy. Still had 93% of the wrapper on it. You okay? It still got the paper on it. Like what? Whatever they still got the paper on it. Like, listen, if you eat Laffy Taffy, so if you had a Laffy Taffy, I know sometimes that piece you might not see that one little part that's still stuck to the. And if you start chewing it. You feel that little paper part. Fam had listen the whole I think he ate it with the wraparound candy before I took it. And you know what the bad part about it? I took the candy. But because he decided to eat it with the paper on, I had to get it from him. Well, let me get that up. But yo, what you ate? I don't explain that because this is bad. This is real bad. I don't like it. Story. This happened. My stomach. And so, you know what? I know Monday. I let that one slide. But he can't keep doing this. Bathroom. I done went and made a Loch Ness monster, right? Like it was rough. And pulled the toilet paper in this little holes in like every third sheet. The hell happened here? I'm trying to figure it out. What is going on with this toilet paper? Like this, come on. So as I'm unwrapping it because I gotta clean myself up. I'm unrolling it in this hole. It's holes. It's like a lot of them. And now I gotta put the toilet paper in the right through. I gotta put the toilet paper correctly. I gotta fold it good so that my finger don't be personally made holes that happen. I wouldn't tell this story if it was just that. Either that was a good they poked through the road with a pen or a pencil or something. You know what? I wouldn't tell this story if it was just that. But now I'm mad because I gotta be extra careful because now it's extra obstacles with this toilet paper. So I'm hitting it, bam, bam. I'm like, baby, you seen this? She couldn't do nothing but laugh. I'm like, damn, okay. Oh, that boy. And so this evening, before he got ready to go to bed, he charged up. He still, what's up? Unavailable. Hey, you know what? Tell me what happens to that toilet paper and that said, thank you. And um, um, I bit it. I bit it. Stop lying to me. I need you to stop lying to me. This ain't for real. It was wait, like You took a roll of toilet paper and just. No, man, you bullshit, man. And you ain't stop. You better stop playing with me. You used the weapon, didn't you? No, I bit it for real. Shit. I was so mad that I asked. I was so mad that I asked him what happened. Bit it was the last thing that I thought about. And you know, I had to ask, like, you chunk out because there was multiple layers of toilet paper that I have. I know what happens when toilet paper get wet. You didn't eat. No, I ain't do that. No, that's just crazy. It's taking a bite out of toilet paper is not. Come on, man. No. Man, you better stop playing with me. You know what? I didn't even yell at him because he was honest about it. Now, am I judging him? Oh, absolutely. 100%. That is grounds. That is grounds. Whew. Yeah. Pray for me. Come on, man. Like, I couldn't even be fully relieved from that Loch Ness monster that I dropped off in the toilet because I was having to be too careful with my hand placement. Because he out here chewing on toilet paper. This is very disheartening. I don't like none of it. I am upset. I am distraught in the grandest of ways. I'm telling y'all, man. Y'all wonder why all this gray is popping up. Y'all wonder why I need to talk to y'all every week. This is why. This is exactly why. I need this therapy. This therapy is necessary. Otherwise, I will walk up to a bridge and be like, this is so bad. But listen, speaking of bad, by now, all of y'all should have heard about the Shanquell Robinson story about this girl who took a trip to Mexico with some of her friends and ended up. So it's a lot of weird story, but she didn't come back. She was the one that didn't come back, and there was a video that surfaced a little bit later that showed her getting beat up by somebody who they're calling a trans individual, but I guess they called her parents, when they found out, when they noticed that she wasn't right no more after this fight and said that she had alcohol poisoning. Well, from there, they all came back. They brought her stuff back. And when the family finally flew the body back home, they did an autopsy report, and whatever medical situation or medical staff that they had on the resort, these folks was like, alcohol poisoning? Yep, sound good to me. Let's just write that on out. And when they got the body back to the States, because it didn't sound right, they did a secondary autopsy and found out that the girl had her neck was broken, spine was broke, severed, or something. Like it was some very, very, like she was beat up and bruised. It was very, very obvious foul play going on, in which over in Mexico, and if it didn't seem like no foul play to me. I don't know. Listen, I might have told y'all this story before. This a pre-career story. When I was over in South, all the fans, all like every fan in South Korea has a time. And those type of fans, they all have a timer on it. One of the reasons why they have a timer on it is because they believe in fan death. Yes, you can look it up. Fan death. It is their belief that if you leave your fan running all night, you are going to die. And so every fan has a timer on there. I was reprimanded when I first got over there because it was hot in my apartment, and I turned the fan on, and my co-teacher told me, make sure you turn it off before you go to sleep or you're going to die. They believe it. And the only thing that made me think of was like, yo, was there a crime scene where like somebody got shot and the investigator, the Korean investigator, walked in, they looked around the room, and they was like, all right, I see this blood over here. Yeah. It's got blood, look like a gunshot. Cause of death? The fan is still on. It was the fan. Cause of death was the fan. And this bullet was secondary. It had to be post-mortem. I don't know who would shoot a dead person. The fan was already on. Fan death in South Korea is a thing. And so for this resort medical person to be like, yeah, foul play and no foul play, alcohol poisoning, yeah, they produces bruises and stuff like that. That happens all the time. Yeah. And when my wife was talking about it, I was like, you know what? Baby, if that doctor is worth a damn, probably wouldn't be at a resort. Probably wouldn't be at a resort. I'm just saying, like most good to decent doctors either had their own practice or work at a hospital of some sort. Yeah. Not working at a resort. That's just me. It's just what makes sense to me. But there's no way. There's no way. And I really do. I really do hope this people listen, and watching her get beat down like that, allowing the fight to happen, the person who recorded it, all of them, everyone's gonna come their way. Whatever the worst is, they need to get that, because the one thing I hate now is somebody with one of these pull it out when something happens and starts recording instead of stopping and like, yo, this girl was butt naked while they was fighting. Dude got his camera out telling her to fight back. This is obviously first of all, this dude was way bigger than her in this fight. Secondly, why you in there recording out and on the butt naked side of the game? You just a prevert. Oh man. You was recording them because you knew something was gonna go down. You stopped it because you know that whatever it was that y'all decided to share, You only shared the part that you felt like you weren't gonna get in trouble for. Oh no, trouble's coming, brother. Trouble is a coming. And then they done lifted the extradition situation, so they gonna get tried and they gonna get in trouble in Mexico. You don't want to go to the federale prisons. That won't. Secondly, you know what is one thing that I do not like about the coverage of this whole thing, and you see all the pictures, and I've always had a problem with the pictures that the media and people use when something happens to somebody. Like, I would hope that I had enough decent pictures with a smile. If anything would have happened to me, like, I don't, like, if I'm sitting up here, I don't, the one picture that I have where I'm looking at the camera and I'm mean mugging or I'm doing this or got a middle finger up, like, if anybody knows me and I'm taking a picture with my middle finger up, me and my brother was playing. And if that's the picture they wanted to use, if something happened to me, if the police happen to shoot me and then they find the one picture of me and my brother doing like this, come on, man. That's the one y'all want to use. The funny thing about that picture is I got a suit on and my brother's hand was hurt. So his middle finger had a bandage on it. People are tripped, but they got all the pictures of her. Every picture of her, it looked like, she the butt nigga, or she got like the picture that they got the most, that they show the most, is the one with her with no shirt on and her hair down over her breast. I know she got plenty of other pictures. Use those, please, folks. Use those moving forward. You ain't gotta use that one. And so, we start, when something like that happens, and my wife and I, we like to travel, but we don't travel. We don't travel, and we won't travel with just anybody. We have our select friends and a few family members that we will even invite to do a travel situation, just because not everybody travel like that, and to go to another country, to go on a resort type scenario in which we're all going to be in this space for a set amount of time. It can't be nobody that I potentially got beef with. Like, that's a no-go. That's something that's just not going to happen. Like, if we had beef, fam, we didn't have to go to Mexico to do that. You didn't have to go to Mexico to take care of that. We can sell this right here. But all y'all got something to do with that. Well, our travel buddies, we got different levels of, like, we right there in the middle. Like, we've done a lot of traveling, but we got some travel buddies that do a lot of traveling. Like, the platinum travel buddies. Like, they the ones that, like, they book cruises. They book their next cruise while they own a cruise. Like, we had to wait. They be like, hey, so we gonna, the cruise that we met them on, it was in July. I think they were booking another cruise in October. We was just like, no. We met them on a cruise in October. We met them on a cruise in October, and they were ready to book a cruise in December, and we was like, yeah, no, we ain't gonna be able to make that one, brother. Like, I'm sorry. He was like, yeah, man, this is pretty much all. We just like to travel. And I was like, shit, we gotta save up. Like we can take back-to-back cruises. Like we gotta save up some vacation time. We just get off one boat and get on another one. Like we ain't quite got it like that. Not yet. And then we got some people that we like. My wife, my son. You know, we talk to people about traveling and getting out and trying to see this world and see what all it has to offer. But you got to do it with the right people, because otherwise, like I don't even like taking road trips with certain people. Like I can get in the car and drive 9 hours by myself and be cool. I can listen to what I want. I can stop when I want. I can keep going when I want. I can eat what I want. I can as many times as I need to, and don't have to be considerate of anybody. And maybe that's just a little bit of my selfish side. Why you got other people with you? Like I will take a road trip with my wife, my brother, and my father. That's pretty much about it. Them the only people that I wouldn't mind being in the car with for longer than probably about 30. Even when we have kids, I'd be like, oh, I can't even do it. No, I don't want no parts of it. Don't want no parts of it. But before I get out of here, I told you I was gonna hit y'all with some career stories. I hit y'all with the pre-career story, but listen, hanging out. I did a lot of hanging out while I was in Korea. Like but I also felt like I was one of the old guys over in South Korea as well. But hanging out in Korea, it was interesting because when you first get there with somebody, I didn't know anybody. So, I was real weary initially about who I was going to meet or hang out with until I got there. And I was like, hey, you speak English, let's go hang out, whatever. Like we was just all going to be friends because that's what we had in common. You speak English, I speak English. What's up? We friends now. And so there was this guy named Spencer. He was from Montana. He played basketball. Dude, I'm just like, hey, all right. You like basketball? I like basketball. You speak English? I speak English. We friends. And Spencer had been there for a while, so he knew some people. He kind of knew the spots or whatever. We went to this one little club spot, and I'm like, all right, I go get me a drink, and I'm a watcher. I like to see what my environment is like. And I'm sitting up there, I'm having a drink. This group comes in. It's like 8 people, 4 guys, 4 girls. They all look like they all sit down at the table. They look like that. Next thing you know, it's not uncommon in the States to see a circle of girls dancing with each other. Not uncommon. That just happens. Over in Korea, from that table, the 4 guys got up and they were dancing with each other. When I say with each other, they were dancing like making contact with each other. Something like, okay, all right. Like, and then when I tell you they was dancing, it was like they was dancing with each other. It was like, hey, this is interesting. Like, hey, Spence, this is how they get down over here? This is where you got me at? He was like, no, it's not one of those type of bars. But I'm still sitting there like, where you got me at? One of the guys, so this guy came up, spoke to us or whatever. He was like, oh, yeah, another American, where you from? This and that, da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, I just got here not too long ago, man. I'm chilling. He's like, yeah, man, you just go out there and dance. Like, I just don't get down like that. Buddy was real. I mean, Korean dudes in general are very metro. They're real metro. Man, none of them dudes is gay out there. They always with a friend. They just did. They just took part in activities that would be seen as gay in the Western part of the world. And so I'm just having my drink and just hanging out, just people watching. And next thing you know, I feel on my waist, two hands come on both sides. And I don't even think I had ever been that mad in my life. I don't think I'd ever been that mad in my life. I grabbed dude's arm and twisted it back and turned around. I had my fist drawn. I was like, "The hell you doing?" And dude was like, "Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm like, didn't I just tell you that I don't dance with dudes? Like, you don't do that. You don't put your hands on other dude's waist. Ever. You don't know me. You just spoke to me 14 minutes ago. I beat your ass. I don't know that. I don't slow down. You done way too much. I've only been in Korea for about 3 weeks. So he late. I don't. That was a 100% ovation. If like one of these dudes out here in Atlanta try to shoot their shot or whatever verbally, don't come touching me though. Don't come grabbing. Like, fam, I don't know. Yeah, I had a big problem with that. Get your goddamn hands off me. So after, like, I never at that spot. Like, dude, we ended up being cool. Bop, bop, bop. Hey, what's up? Like, hey, bop. That was the greeting. Double dap. Pop, pop, pop. We go. We had an understanding. We had an understanding. We were straight. Fast forward. I'll tell this one quick story before we get out of here. You ever meet through another person that you ain't really care too much for, and so you almost didn't feel like that other person wasn't gonna be cool? It's kind of what happened to me. I met one of my best friends over in South Korea. This guy Lawrence, God rest his soul, ain't gone too soon too. But man, so I used to cut this guy's hair, and this dude, this is after I moved. I moved closer to Seoul, and I used to cut hair over there and make a little extra change or whatever. And most people were connected via Facebook. And, I'm friends with this guy on Facebook, but, I'm cutting his hair and I'm like, yo, I'm hitting him kind of with the side eye, like, hey, you've been taking some real questionable pictures on Facebook. All your pictures got both your hands behind your head with duck lips. And I'm like, oh, all right, like, all right. I mean, I'm just cutting your hair, but just understand, like, I like girls only. I like girls too. Like, this ain't what it is, cause nah. And so he was like, man, I met this dude from Chicago, man. His name Lawrence, man. You know who he is? He who? I was like, nah, I don't know him, man. He was like, man, y'all should get up, man. I think y'all would be cool. Y'all be cool. It'd be cool for you to know somebody else from Chicago. And I'm looking at him like, do he be taking pictures like that? Or is it just somebody, like, I wasn't going You wasn't gonna set me up on one of them type of situations. And so, the crazy thing about it, Lawrence, like when Lawrence was probably, he told me when we finally met, dude was like, he was telling me the same thing, like, yo, I wasn't gonna come. I was like, dude, I wasn't gonna come either. I wasn't gonna come either because of who you knew. Like, I was like, dude, I checked your page out. You ain't taking no questionable pictures. So I figured you was all right. Like, you was only about hooping and, you was from the crib. So I figured you was straight. And, dude just had, man, like I said, he ended up being like a big brother to me, man. Like, dude was real, real solid. But I almost didn't even meet him because of the dude. Like, I was like, yo, I was almost not your friend because of who introduced you. I was like, it was about to be bad. It was about to be bad. The funny thing about that, after Lawrence and I became friends, we stopped being friends with Anthony. Like, it was just like, hey, we're not gonna be friends with Anthony because Anthony started doing some real questionable stuff, and he had his name out in the streets for like it was. When I tell you it was in them streets, it was in them streets, and nothing I necessarily wanted to be associated with because people were calling me like, yo, Jay, your boy Anthony. I'm like, hold on, whoa. Now my boy, I cut his hair. Now my boy, I cut his hair. It's a whole bunch of barbers out here that just cut hair. All they know is the top of somebody's head. That's it. And the money that they give them. They ain't friends. They ain't homies and no stuff like that, yo. Yeah. Like I said, I don't know what happened to dude. All I know is after that night, he kind of disappeared. After that night they called me about it, he kind of disappeared, and I ain't have a real reason to check back with him. Hey, I can't cut your hair with your name out in the streets like that. Not like that. Like, it was bad. It was real bad. Super bad. But look, good people, appreciate y'all for rocking with me on this Reckless podcast. Yo, it's only gonna get better from here. We about to have. I'm gonna start back doing interviews. We're gonna start back having some guests on, man. It's about to be. But I appreciate everybody who hung with the 710 Slickville show. I almost started this show like that. I was about to say, welcome to the 710 Slickville show. But I'm still your host, Jay Brown, a.k.a. Mr. 710. And listen, the Strategically Reckless shirt, hoodie, I got it on the website. I put the link down on the YouTube, but I'm going to share it on Facebook for y'all one more time. I'm making it in a t-shirt as well. But look, man, I appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're looking for any gifts, go ahead and holler at me at the 710printshop.com. I go ahead and get it taken care of. Until next week, y'all be safe out in these streets. I'm out. I got to go watch this game. Bam. 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 Had some technical difficulties on there.